Hi, and welcome to my narrated video about mitosis and meiosis. In this video, I'll discuss the reasons for mitosis and meiosis, and how they are similar and different. Firstly, mitosis is a form of asexual reproduction, meaning gametes aren't produced. Also, the eventual offspring is genetically identical to the parent. Mitosis has 6 stages: interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. In interphase, the cell grows, and the number of organelles increase. Also, the DNA in the nucleus is copied. In the prophase, the nuclear membrane begins to disappear. Furthermore, DNA condenses into duplicated chromosomes. Each contains 2 copies of the same DNA. In metaphase, structures called spindle fibers guide chromosome movement, and the chromosomes line up along the middle of the cell. In anaphase, the copies of DNA are separated and go to each end of the cell. In telophase, 2 nuclei form, and each nucleus contains a complete copy of the cell's DNA. And finally, in cytokinesis, the cytoplasm and organelles are divided, and 2 separate cells form. The cells then begin interphase. To further understand what mitosis was and understand it as a whole, we did a classroom experiment to study the stages of mitosis. We took garlic clove roots, put them under a microscope, and studied them. I didn't get the greatest of results, as I could only identify interphase in my photographs. Now to break down meiosis. Meiosis undergoes a similar cycle to that of mitosis. However, instead of cell division by mitosis, meiosis involves a diploid cell dividing twice to produce 4 haploid cells. Also, meiosis is a form of sexual reproduction, as gametes combine to form zygotes. Meiosis has 8 stages in its cycle: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, and prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. In prophase 1, the nuclear membrane begins to disappear. Also, the DNA condenses into duplicated chromosomes, and homologous chromosomes are paired. In metaphase 1, the spindle fibers guide chromosome movement. Homologous chromosome pairs line up along the middle of the cell. In anaphase 1, homologous chromosomes pairs separate and go to each end of the cell. In telophase 1, 2 nuclei are formed, and each nucleus contains a complete copy of the cell's DNA. The cell also divides. In prophase 2, the nuclear membrane begins to disappear. DNA exists as chromosomes. In metaphase 2, the chromosomes line up along the middle of the cell. In anaphase 2, the copies of DNA are separated and go to each end of the cell. And finally, in telophase 2, 4 nuclei form, the cells divide, forming 4 new cells. In conclusion, mitosis and meiosis are different and similar in many ways. For example, both processes result in offspring that continue a species. However, mitosis is asexual reproduction, while meiosis is sexual reproduction, meaning mitosis produces offspring that is genetically identical to the parent, while meiosis does not. I think that meiosis is a better form of reproduction because the offspring isn't identical, meaning the species is bound to surviving longer. Thanks for watching.